Good morning. Let me check this before I wreck this. Let's see if we're cranking fine. Let's see if and we are. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. Today's an interesting day. Today we have one of the highest dollar action figures I've sold in a while. And it was a weird one. But I had help. We'll talk about that. Sold some books, more old book sales from the Trip Stash, which I am well into the money on now. And I think we'll go over a handful of things too, guys, that we're going to try and sell that I listed. That's what we're going to do. So let's do it. All right. Let me pull these boards out. All right. Sold more sliding shorts for baseball, guys. Yes, it's baseball. $10 a pop. There. All right. Book sales, nothing huge. It's all bread and butter stuff, but we'll talk about that anyway. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. This book is from 1856. This only sold for $12. It's pretty. This is still the type of thing either people buy for collecting or for decorating. The nicer the condition these go in, the higher they sell. This one isn't great, but what the descriptions I use on it: good binding, some cover wear. If there's no markings I described, minimal markings in it. Usually the value, something this old, value isn't too hurt by writing on the first couple pages. Yeah, of course it goes up if it's completely clean, but something this old, it's not as big a deal as some, like, say, a modern first edition type thing. So anyway, old Longfellow book, 1856. Old book sell, sort of. Anyway, next, from the Heresy box. I haven't had a Heresy box sale in a while, at least for y'all to see. Acts of the Apostles of Ellen G. White. This is Seventh-day Adventist. She was crazy. $15. And this sat a while too. Next up, this one was a fun find. And this is a series that flips Carpenter's Geographical Reader Asia. I think there's different ones for different continents, and they're all $10 to $15 books. This was just had this one. So it's one of those. Oh, look, chopsticks. Chopsticks. Anyway, this one's from 1897, back when traveling was really hard, and this is the only way you got to learn anything about anybody past, the state line, just about. So, Carpenter's Geographical Readers, $11.50. Next, okay. Next, this is a bundle of books. I almost thought probably could go for a little. Should have gone for a little more. Lakeside Press, American Historical Narratives. This is a whole series. I mean, there's like 100 of these different books, and these are neat. Short historical. There we go. Right side up. That is not right side up. Some of them, anyway. Short historical books on really specific topics: pioneers, John D. Young and the Colorado Gold Rush, excursion through America, advocates and adversaries, my experiences in the West. So these 5 sold for $22. This is one. There's a handful of these that are worth a little bit on their own, it looked like. And I actually have a few more, like 2 and 3 that go together sets that I've got for sale from Lakeside Press. I may just need to put them all together. But this $22 for those 5. Okay, non-stash. Complete Tales of Uncle Remus, Joel Chandler, hardcover reprint. $20 on that one. Tales of Uncle Remus books of almost any type sell. So keep an eye out for them. Well, the older the better, of course. So I don't know if there are edition changes later because of language things, like Huck Finn type changes. So I actually don't know how much of that is actually in the books, but because I've never actually read them. So anyway, keep an eye out for those. Okay, on to the big boy. This one was weird, and here's why. Team Fortress video game. I've never played it. It's a more cartoony shooter. Let's see. This is 2007. So, okay, this is an older game, and run around and shoot guys. Okay, so this guy, $140 with one accessory. This is like a $200 figure with accessories on. And I had to take it like 100. So we're gonna add Team Fortress action figures. So it's gonna see. We're looking at Long Eye production, highly collectible and bundled with value in-game digital items. So there weren't many of these boys made, and you'll find none of these were low price. Props to my middle child. I know enough to grab. I was in a thrift store that does like 4 or 5 toys in a Ziploc bag. Saw this guy, grabbed it. Hey, what is this one? He says, that's Team Fortress. And I said, okay, let's look it up. And it was like 100. Like, we're gonna keep this back. 140. Turn $5 into $140 right there. So I'll probably ship him priority, not ground advantage. Gets there a day faster. And I'll probably ramp up the insurance on it, which is only like another $1 or $2. So it's not too bad. But Team Fortress, keep an eye out for these guys if you're lucky enough to find them, because these guys are pricey, and at this price level, get them broken. If you find this dude missing his leg, you still may be looking on a $50 figure type situation. So be vigilant on your action figures. I've gotten to the point where any 6-inch figure I grab. That isn't, there's like one, like the Marvel, some short Marvel ones I don't grab with limited articulation, but the high articulation 6-inch figures, I don't even like, they're minimum $2 a piece in my opinion. So I actually I got a handful of GI Joes back there. The 6-inch ones that I got a little giddy being able to grab. I wish I had guns for them, but anyway, that's the type of guys we're gonna go. Okay, expensive figures to not so expensive books. None of this is like going to be stupid, I think, on price, but it's all bread and butter stuff. The big 3,500 book I had a couple bins of old children's readers. 10% of them were worth putting on eBay, if that. Out of a couple 300 books, I don't know that I listed 10 of them. They just weren't worth that much, and this was stuff from the early 1900s and 1950s. I may lot up some of the early 1900s stuff later on, but right now this one is like a $30 book because it's a teacher's edition. These are a little rare, and occasionally some people still use these, like particularly homeschool environments, or you just have collectors. But this is The teachers editions stuff tend to bring a little bit. This is one of those that's surprisingly not worth that much. Transactions of the Medical Association of Georgia, 1904. This is still like a $20 book, 10 to maybe even 10 to 15. I mean, it's nice and old and pretty. And I tried to I decided to give it a chance. But like, if somebody came by and I had this and offered me $5 cash for it, I'd probably take it because that's not going to sell fast. So, Joseph Valence Beavine, Georgia's first official historian. This is one of those situations where there's a lot of the reprints of this book out there. I think there's one original version for sale, so I just put mine and made sure I was the cheapest, and we'll see how that goes. That's kind of what I've been doing if I've seen that situation is if I see a lot of reprints but no original version, I'll post the original version up, and it has paid off a couple times. The trick is sometimes figuring out the pricing on it because it's not necessarily a rarity issue. It is an issue where I need to take a sip of coffee. All right, more old books. This is a 2-book series. Again, a surprise that it wasn't worth that much. Theological Institutes by Watson, but not Thomas Watson. Thomas Watson books you need to pick up. This is a different guy. This is another old series, and this pair is like $30, as old as it is, like late 1800s, early 1900s. Actually, a little surprising that something that's old out of print, theological or church related, isn't worth that's like not $100 set type thing. Florida from Secession to Space Age. This, I think this is like a 20 or 30. I don't have the listing in front of me. Which I should pull up. This is one of those that was actually a little surprising that it was a consistent seller, I guess. So listings active. And go all the way to page 4. Right now, for y'all, for those who are curious, over 600 listings I have right now. Let's see. Control F. Whoa. Do I have this one listed? I may not have this one listed. I know I got the picture taken. Nope, not listed yet. Again, I think this is around a $20 to $30 book. State local histories, always worth looking up. A lot of them are worth selling. This is another set that, no, this one is, I'm very curious on this one. I got both of these books. I don't have the other right there. Yeah, it's okay. Both of these books. Anderson's History of the Colonial Church, 1 and 2. I think I'm the only person who has both of these like originals for sale. I think there's a bunch of reprints around. And there's no good. I think I got that one up for $100 for both of those books. And there's like no good way to determine value on that one. As much as I looked up a bunch of stuff pretty diligently, and it was all reprints and stuff. So it was really hard to get a wrap arms around the value on that. So we'll see of how that one winds up panning out. A couple of I have one of these up for sale I hadn't sold yet. Tolstoy library binding reprints. I think these are $10 to $20 books. We'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. Those shake out for 3 of those. Finally, this is, and if you went to Sunday school anytime up through like maybe the mid-90s at a particularly Baptist church, I don't know, they're probably Methodist and some other, particularly in the South, this is about to bring back like memories and stuff. Flannelgrams. Flannelgrams, you got like a poster board that was flat flannel, and flannel sticks to flannel. And you would take these and put them up on the board and tell Bible stories with them. So it was really fun to find two vintage. How old are these? I'm thinking 60s or 70s. Two vintage. I don't see a year on this yet. 90% intact flannel graph books with, I mean, this one I think is intact. I got one here that's like a couple of them, but the figures are in there. So there's a ton of fun to find those things. And we'll see. And those may be a little like, I'm not sure they're $100 a piece, but they're going to go. So yeah, anything Team Fortress is usually a banger. Team Fortress Monopoly, that's really good. Nice. Ooh, a Team Fortress Monopoly. Yeah. I actually went back and like a couple days later to make sure, Wolfie. So, but yeah, flannel graph stuff was cool. But yeah, this Team Fortress find, this is one of those things that being a little bit educated really helps. Walking around with your eBay app and being able to kind of halfway recognize stuff, and then having a nice little knowledge base. That's my 13-year-old son who knows enough to grab something. Now I could have used Google Images, but being able to ask the kids even better. So video game, non-McDonald's video game stuff, I guess is the best way to put it, is always worth taking a poke at. So I think that's it for today. I gotta get this stuff boxed up and get it out because we got work to do. You got work to do, and we got stuff to handle. So y'all be good. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the other side.